My life in pictures. A life of every person has its meaningful moments. A moment that will not be forgotten and forever be treasured. We don't know when it will happen, we can predict it if it will happen. It may be spontaneous or well planned, it might change the person. We may not get back those moments, but we can picture it out by reminiscing our memories. We can imagine it by closing our eyes, thinking about the feeling that you feel that time. Events could be in a place or from a person. If you pass by, you would unconsciously think that again, thinking how it happened, thinking about the things that lead to that event. Every of us has different journey in life, and now I will tell you mine. I can help you picture it out, but we will travel back in time. I write it, you read it. When I was 8 years old, that was year 2009, month of August, my aunt and her family from US came here from Philippines to have their family bonding with us. They first visited us here in our hometown. We planned to go a place where it has many tourist spots, so we choose Bohol. We packed our things first before the day of our flight. My aunt had also hired a van driver there so that we can travel to the tourist spots that we wanted to go. We arrived to Cebu Airport first and then go to the seaport bound to Tagbilaran, Bohol. We rode a passenger ship called Barge. It was around 2 hours to descent estimate before arriving there. We also had stayed to a hotel near the beach. It is a white sand beach and it is turned also a tourist spot. It was a cold night and there were also many people around the beach. On the we ate dinner and the food was all seafood, so you can really feel the vibes of the beach. The following day, we decided to go to Chocolate Hills because it is really famous tourist spot in the Philippines. We went to Carmen City and asked people around on what road should we follow. Upon arriving to so-called Chocolate Hills complex, we also stopped and took pictures where we passed by some tall trees. Later on, we finally arrived at the complex, and the view of the hills was really remarkable and amazing. From the height, that they really look like chocolate truffles or a box of Hershey's Kisses of chocolate Hershey Kisses because it is covered by grass that turned brown. Legends say that the formation of chocolate hills that two feuding giants hurled rocks, boulders, and sand at each other. The fighting lasted for days, and the exhausted two giants, in their exhaustion, they forgot about their feud and became friends. But when they they forgot to clean up their mess they had made during the battle. So that's why it is called Chocolate Hills. We also went to a garden where rare animals were placed, and we finally see personally the cutest koala monkey look-alike animal which can only be found here, and that is tarsier or locally named as mahumon. It has large, round eyes, long legs, and has long, nearly hairless tail. They said that it is not good to take pictures with its flash turned on because it may damage their eyes, so we just look at it. We had also visited many places in Bohol, but I forgot its names. It was unforgettable for me because that was the first that was the first time that all the sides of our family gathered together. When I was 13 years old, year 2014, that was Christmas. My father came to Manila from overseas because he was a seafarer. But he actually comes home every 5 months of his contract. Sometimes he will ask us to get him in the airport, and sometimes he will surprise us at home without any idea that he's actually coming home. But this time, we will be the ones who will fetch us. My parents planned that we will go to the Philippines and have a holiday vacation, which means we will celebrate Christmas there. So we rode a passenger ship called Tuto. My parents decided that we will rather ride ship rather than plane because plane ticket is too expensive and so that we will save money. We're already in a ship. There were many people. It was too crowded. There was no signal or Wi-Fi and it was so boring. So what I did is like tour around and find any interesting stuff. It took us 3 days to arrive in Manila seaport. When we finally arrived there, my father was waiting for us. I was so excited to see him again. My father also had already booked us room in the hotel. So we rest there for a few hours. It was afternoon and we decided to go we decided to go to Mall of Asia. It is the biggest mall that I ever seen and we turn around and check everything that I am ignorant with. After that, came home and it's already 7 p.m. My father said that we will all go to another place again. I asked him what was it and it is actually the famous amusement park here in the Philippines. It is actually it's actually named as Star City. It is used to be a carnival and was originally part of the Toy and Gift Fair, Animal Christmas Trade Fair. The entrance is so expensive, but yet it is 500 pesos per person. It offers unlimited ticket to any rides or booth. But my father didn't say no, but still continued to pay for it just for us to have family bonding together. We finally came inside. The area is so huge. As I would look around, I was confused on where would we go first. I actually wanted to ride the extreme roller coaster, but it was closed. So look for another booth. The first ride that we entered is the Jungle Splash. It is a log boat ride on a white water river that sneaks through the heart of the jungle and climaxes in a thrilling drop. The second one is the Pirate Adventure. Still a boat ride that takes you into a swashbuckling world. It is like an experience of adventure with life, like pirates as sailing to them on a kind journey. The third one is the best. It is also so-called the Snow World. It's not ride but an attraction. It is like experiencing real snow in it, and the area is really cold. We can also see the longest snow slide in the country. As we enter, they let us wear coat and gloves first. I look around, it is really like a real life snow, but it is actually artificial snow that brings above and real carved ice. My brother, father, and I tried the longest slide, and yeah, it was fun. We really screamed for it because it feels like you're falling down. We really wanted to try it again, but it says that you can only try it once. Lastly, we went to tallest Ferris wheel that is called Giant Star Wheel. As we were in the higher area, we can really see the view of Ross Boulevard, Manila Bay, as well as the expanse of the reclaimed landscape. We also look at the sky. The view of stars are really beautiful. We forgot to take pictures that time. After that, we look at the time. It is almost 10 p.m. and the closing time of it is actually 10 p.m. So we stopped and prepared to go home. We haven't tried other rides, but at least we had a fun moment with my own family. The last unforgettable moment that I remembered when I was a 10th grader. That was year 2017. Month of October and Sun Break Week. I joined the 5th Happy Peace Corps Scouts Jamboree, which is located in University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, Claveria, Misamis Oriental. All school districts in Misamis Oriental from Lagay to Magsaysay are invited to join the regional BSP in Claveria. So I did not wait and registered to our teacher that will assist us and will be the ones who were guard when going there. Many of my schoolmates did also register program and some of it are my classmates. They plan to sleep over in our house because our school is near to our house. It is just a few meters away. The night before we traveled to Liberia, we visited to our classmate's house to eat dinner because it was his birthday. We just talked for a while and went home. It's now 3 a.m. My mom prepared breakfast for us, and we also packed our clothes, papers, things, gadgets, and pocket money. Afterwards, we gathered in the campus and wait for the others to come because our service is waiting there. We are now prepared, and before traveling, we prayed first to ask guidance in going there. Was a it was a long ride, and I think it's 4 hours travel. When traveling, I filmed the whole thing, and there's no more memory space in the phone. I borrowed another phone, yet I borrowed another phone so that we can really film it all. We are also screaming, yelling at the back, singing while traveling. We passed by many places, doing tourist spots like beaches, restaurants, malls, and some of the places in San Luis. Finally, we arrived at the campus of the area. It was on the highlands, so the environment is really it's really cool. When we arrived there, we set up our tent and everything that needs scouting. I look around, and there's so many people. They are actually students from our school. They are also preparing their things for scouting. To make the story short, because it's just too long, to narrate the events happening every hour, we are given 5 days to complete all the activities in scouting. Winners from a district of every activity will be given awards, and will be monitored at the end of the and will be mentioned at the end of the day. We are presenting the Lugay High School District, and I think we really don't get more rewards because other of my co-scouts won't participate properly in the activity. But to sum up of it, it was really fun. Other than it, we also had met many friends from different schools. The other activities were so timely because we really did had an adventure in a real forest. We experienced on a real life survival and how to survive it or to survive here in a forest. We always get dirty, and every activity we change clothes. We get scolded because of not following the rules. We have punished and get embarrassed with other scouts. Sometimes we quarrel each other and had a fight. We get injured and wounded. We lost some of our things when doing activities. We receive bash by other school districts because of doing silly things, and etc. And on the contrary, we also have learned new knowledge and skills in order to survive, develop self-confidence, leadership skills, citizenship skills, and lastly, we learn how to be prepared in every situation we will encounter in our daily lives. And that was the last meaningful event that I can remember. These are the 3 important, meaningful, and unforgettable moments that happened in my life. This helped me grow as a person right now, and also reminds me on how important the family get together is. When I reminisce those moments, it gives me goosebumps and gives me feelings again on how I felt that moment. For me, a moment can be considered as good or bad, positive or negative. Both are benefits to a person because if it's a good moment, then it would make a person happy. It happens to his life. On the other hand, negative can be a benefit because it would help the person learn his mistake and help him grow as a person. We can really remember every detail in a moment that happened in the past time. But if we had used the technology today, we can also see it again by just looking through a picture. It's either software or hardware, printed album or saved gallery. As I said, we cannot go back to that moment, but we can use this technology to record it. We should always value every moment that happens in our life.